Hello, Internet. This is going to be a different type of video. I don't make videos like this very often, but after thinking about it for the past few days, I ultimately decided, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about Antoons. I'm going to talk about all the controversy that he himself caused, which has led to him being canceled by the internet. And unlike some cancellations that have happened this year, I think this one is more deserving than others, and you will soon see why. But first things first, who is Antoons? Well, he's an animator on YouTube, and I know there's plenty of those around. When you think of animation on YouTube, you think of The Odd Ones Out, Jane Animations, Something Else by T, Domix, etc., etc. Well, Antoons is different. Like, all the ones I just said, those are storytime animated videos. Antoons doesn't do that style. He has his own original content, his own original animated shorts. But what he's most famous for, or infamous for, depending on point of view, is his deathbed videos. Particularly ones with Sonic, SpongeBob, Powerpuff Girls, twice apparently, My Little Pony, Homer Simpson, Finn and Jake, etc., etc., etc. Basically, he took a popular cartoon character and put them on their deathbed, like they're about to die. And as you see, these videos are extremely popular. Like, Sonic Funeral has 128 million views. And I was one of those views. You know, I remember seeing Sonic Funeral, Sonic Deathbed, Sonic Heaven, like, years ago. You know, in hindsight, I'm not exactly sure why I liked them. I think I liked them because I think it was at that time where everyone was just laughing at Sonic. They were like, haha, Sonic's career is dead, lol. You know, it was like the fun thing to do, and yeah, I participated in that. So, I guess you could say I was a part of the problem. But yeah, I remember seeing these videos a long time ago. And, you know, recently it was Daft Pina's video where I was like, oh, wait a minute. I haven't seen this guy's videos in years. What happened? What's going on? Then I look at the thumbnail and I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't know that. So I clicked on the video just to get more information, and it's not good. It's ugly. It does not paint a pretty picture for Antoons here. And as you see, you know, after like his two videos he made, every video after that is just bad news. Like, you know it's bad when, you know, when majority of the videos, like when someone looks up your channel name, the majority of your videos aren't even your videos. It's other people criticizing you. That's when you know you have screwed up royally. So, yes, you just look at all these videos, look at all these thumbnails, these titles, and you can tell he put himself in a terrible, 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 terrible situation. So what happened? What did he do to cause such a backlash against him? Well, if you look at Daft Pina's video, like, that's where I would start. That's what started this whole thing. Apparently, on Twitter, he had a bit of a beef, a bit of a war with a Puppy Chan right here. Had a bit of a war with her. Granted, I haven't been on Twitter in months, which is a good thing, because Twitter is an absolute cesspool, in my opinion. Getting off Twitter was like one of my better decisions. But yeah, apparently he had this war with her on Twitter, where if I remember correctly, he I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've looked at Daft Penis video, but what he did was, I don't even know if I should say it because I'm gonna say it. Basically, he asked her, this minor. We gotta keep that in mind. This minor, I think she was like 17. He asked her about like what her genitals look like, and for the record, let me just say this: you should never, ever, 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 ever talk about genitals to a minor ever. Why do I even need to say this? I mean, you think people wouldn't do this, but apparently Antoons didn't get the message. And besides, by asking like a minor something like this, it makes him look like a total creep. Makes him look like a pedo, if you will. And God knows the last thing we need is any more of those running around on the internet, because there's far too many. I mean, look what happened with Cuties, the Netflix movie, where you had that one guy giving it a positive review, saying, "Oh yeah, these little girls are hot." Yeah, it didn't end well for him, and it shouldn't have, because anyone who says that, you're sick, you're disgusting, and I want nothing to do with you. So yeah, just doing that, it makes himself look like a villain. And you thought, oh, that's it. It can't get worse. Oh. Turns out on his Twitter, which has since been suspended recently, on his Twitter, he made comics where he had a lot of shock value humor. Making jokes about race and gender and stuff. And honestly, like, if you're gonna make jokes like that, you need to do it right. You need to do it where you're not, there's no malicious intent. It's just like, I don't know. I guess observational. Like, as long as you're not trying to intentionally attack somebody, then it's fine. People make jokes about race and gender all the time. But when you do it the way Antoons does, yeah, it looks bad. It looks very bad. It doesn't make you look good. It just makes you look terrible. And it turns everyone against you. But apparently on his Twitter, he had some friends. And his friends also did some very made some not so PC jokes, which were nothing. I would definitely not agree with some of their humor. I mean, I know humor is subjective and whatnot, but there's a line with jokes. There's a serious line that you shouldn't cross, and I think Antoons and his friends on Twitter, they crossed that line. I don't want to show it. Besides, it'll be hard for me to show it because, again, his Twitter got suspended. But if you look at Daft Penis video, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It looks terrible. I know one of his friends, I think his name was like Mr. Pumpkin something Spice. Just on the video, just looking at his Twitter header, it kind of gives you an idea of how just ugly and just how just morally disgusting Antoon's friends, put them in quotations, because apparently they never met in person. They keep everything private, like their identities private and stuff. And it's a strange friendship. I don't even know if I'd really call it a friendship. But yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. You're thinking, okay, it can't get any worse, right? It can't. Well, think again. Uh, more people started making videos on him, calling him a liar. How he was racist, he was homophobic, how he acted like a child. Yeah, but recently I found out he was going around copyright striking videos about him, which is something a lot of YouTubers, whenever they're in a bad situation, they just want to do. I don't know why. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand the mindset of, oh, if I get rid of all these people who are making mean videos about me, then it makes me look good. No, it doesn't. It has the complete opposite effect. It makes you look even more guilty, makes you look even more like a bad person, it makes you look like I'm gonna be frank, it makes you look like a bitch. Plain and simple. It makes you look like you can't take any type of heat. You can't take any type of criticism. So, yeah, I don't understand why he would do this. I don't understand how this would help him. But he did it, and guess what? It's all gotten worse. Surprise, surprise. And now I don't know what's going to happen at this point. I think at this point and then he just made a video. He made a video on Daft Pina, even though he participated in Daft Pina's video. And you're thinking, okay, if he's willing to do that, then maybe they're on good terms. Apparently not, because after that, he basically stabbed him in the back. Like, who does that? That's such a scummy thing to do. Where you act like somebody's friend, you act like, okay, I'm going to work with them only to just slander them when they're not looking. Like that's super scummy. I don't agree with that at all. And it just makes them look, again, worse. And I'm going to use my computer screen. I'm filming this on my phone, but on my computer screen, I have more analytics. His like to dislike ratio for that video is like 43%. That's terrible. That's really terrible. And I'm just looking at his Social Blade. I mean, yeah, his videos were I'm just looking, there's a lot of 80s. It's like 87, 89, 80. Recently, it's like 76, 66, 47, 43. So it's only gotten worse because more and more people have called him out on his terrible behavior. So, what can I say about Antoons? He did this to himself. This is a hole he dug for himself. He could have stopped this. What the easiest thing he could have done was to just stop being around those friends he had on Twitter. Just distance himself away from that. Realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't associate myself with these people. Maybe I should be with better people. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to die on this hill, and that's exactly what he did. Now he's put himself in this situation where majority of people dislike him. Many people have made videos about him, criticizing him for many reasons. And it's just like a whole rabbit hole. It's Yeah, it's just it's crazy that I used to watch his deathbed videos on Sonic. and I thought nothing of it. I was like, okay, whatever. Little did I know the guy is scum. He's a bad person. But granted, that's what happens a lot of the time. There are plenty of people that I used to watch back in the day. I liked their content. Then years later, turns out they're horrible. Like Cosmodor. I used to watch his videos because I thought they were really good. And then turns out that dude was a freaking child groomer. And it just made me rethink everything about the guy. And now I'll never watch his content ever again. Because why would I? The guy's a fucking pedophile. Well, he's a borderline pedophile. So, yeah, and the fact that Antoons now have these pedo accusations against him, yeah, I'll never watch his stuff ever again. And I suggest you don't watch it either. Because the last thing Antoons needs is for people to watch his videos. Because what happens is he's going to think, oh, if more people watch my content, then and then I might as well just keep going. Like the best thing for anyone to do is to just ignore him. Don't give him any attention. Don't watch his videos. Don't do any of that, because the last thing someone like him needs is attention. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about Antoons. I don't like making these type of videos, but this one it really got under, what Antoons has been doing has really gotten under my skin. It got under my skin so bad that I just had to talk about it. So, yeah, that's it. So, like the video, subscribe, you know, uh, you know, don't go to Antoons' channel. Just don't. Okay, don't do that. But if you want more information, more in-depth detail about what's been going on, I highly suggest looking at Daft Pina's video. That's the one that started it all. Watch some of these other videos from Just Stop. All these other videos I think would be very informative, that just let you know exactly what's going on with this guy and why everyone hates him. So I highly suggest watching mainly a Daft Penis video, Just Stop. Pretty much all of these you see right here, I think they paint a very ugly picture for Antoons. And if there's anything I could say to Antoons right now, is to be just leave the internet. Just go away. I don't care how long it is. I don't care if it's a month. I don't care if it's a year. I don't care if it's forever. Leave. Because staying on the internet will only make things worse. You've already made things very bad by copyright striking videos criticizing you. That's the absolute worst thing you can do. So, yeah, Antoons, go away. Just go. Go. Nobody wants to see you. Just leave. So, yeah. Anywho, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, share. Yeah, I'm done. Bye.